Head coach Jerry Mack now joining us for our weekly press conference. Eagles coming off of their third consecutive MEAC win, a win against Howard. You got to go back and talk about that win?
What a great win for our football team. Once again, the third week in a row, it comes down to the fourth quarter, and, we just get more gray hairs as the weeks go by and by. But a really good win for our program, our team. They did a great job of coming together and rallying together in the fourth quarter. I think what you saw in that game was not only offense showed up when they had to, defense, did an outstanding job once again, and also our special teams. I think for probably the first time since I've been here, we've actually blocked a field goal or blocked a kick in that aspect. So we're really proud of the guys and the way we just came together as a football team and found a way to win the game in the fourth quarter.
You mentioned the fourth quarter. It seems like the second half as a whole is all there for the defense. 5 consecutive scoreless quarters in the second half. What's really been the defense's key after halftime?
Well, Coach Eastman and the staff do a great job of making the adjustments that they need to make. The first half, we kind of feel our way through trying to see if the offense is showing anything new or presenting any new different looks that we haven't seen. And by probably the third quarter or so, we've been able to see pretty much everything they have to offer. And our defense has really been able to take pride in that third and fourth quarter pitching shutouts.
Coach, what type of experience is this bringing your team, getting all these close victories the way that you guys are pulling them out right now and keeping this conference winning streak alive? You're not getting these wins in dominating fashion. What does it do for your team to win them in the clutch the way you guys are?
Well, it builds character. We are a young team. I think we only have 2 starter players on the offense side of the ball. We have a lot of underclassmen on the defense side of the ball. So whenever you get a chance to showcase down the stretch how all that experience of winning those games in the clutch, that is a big thing for us right now. Our guys understand how important that second half is, and especially how important the fourth quarter is when it comes down to winning games. We feel like as long as we have time on the clock, we have an opportunity to win the football game. And that's going to speak volumes for us down the road, not just this year, but as our young team continues to grow and grow, it's going to speak volumes for our team down the road.
Comment on you guys cracking the top 25 this week. I mean, this program continues to get that national recognition, and regardless of that one loss, you guys are in the top 25. How's that feel for this team?
Well, it feels great. Anytime you get a chance to have some recognition, whether it's in life or whether it's on the football field, I think everybody, appreciates that. But with that comes a responsibility. And we have to go out there this Saturday against Gardner-Webb, and we have to prove that we are worthy of being a top 25 team.
When you get those tight games like that, is it a feeling like, oh, here we go again? Or you getting kind of excited because in the last 3 or 4 games you guys actually come away with a win because it's been tight games?
Well, I would like to win in a more convincing fashion, but a win is a win, so we'll take it however we can go. I think in the fourth quarter it is a sense of, if it's time, it's 15 minutes left on that clock, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it may be, we're going to have an opportunity to win the game. Our kids are starting to, they really believe that, and as coaches, we believe in our players.
When do you finally get to exhale? I know you mentioned getting the gray hairs because it's a tight game, but when do you actually get to take a deep breath and enjoy it because these games are so tight the last couple of games?
Yeah, probably when the season's over with. That's when you finally get a chance to kind of exhale and just kind of reflect back on what's going on. We know it's going to be a battle every week. We know teams are going to bring their A game. We're going to be ready for it. We have to play a great brand of quality football in order to win any game. We don't underestimate any opponent that we face.
Thoughts on having an out-of-conference game this late in the season? Is that a benefit or a negative for you guys at this point in the season?
I don't think it's either. Our guys are really excited about having an opportunity to play at home, to play in O'Kelly Riddick Stadium, having a chance to practice all week, and then we're competitors. We go out there and compete. So anybody they put on that field each and every week, we're going to have an opportunity, hopefully, to try to win the game. We only got about 6 guaranteed more opportunities of this for the entire season. So we want to make sure that every time we can step on the field, we're putting forth our best effort.
What do you know about Gardner-Webb, their program, what they'll be bringing to the field, what challenges?
Really good football team. Right now I think they're 1-4, somewhere in that nation, but they're really a better team than what their record is. They have a Walter Payton Award watch finalist at the quarterback position. They present some issues as far as their running game and defensive. They got some young guys, just like we got some young guys that's going to be really good players, and they are very similar to us. They keep getting better every single week. They play some really good opponents. Most of their opponents have been ranked in the top 25, and they had an FBS opponent as well. So, they just came out on the short end of their stick, but it could very easily, a couple of plays, it could be a whole different game.
So you're always looking for motivation for your guys, and I guess you can look right at the fact that you guys are 0-4 against your last FCS opponents. I guess it starts right there as far as motivation goes.
It does. You know, we've not been able to do as good of a job outside of the conference as we've been able to do in the conference as far as getting wins. And then also, too, we do have a home winning game streak that we would like to keep alive. We get a chance to play in front of our alums and our family and friends, and we want to represent really well.
When you look at that schedule, I know as coaches, it's easy for you to look at the schedule and say, okay, guys, this team is good. Has that message come across to the guys that they realize the challenge of ahead playing a team like Gardner-Webb? You can easily look at their record, but like you said, they play some big teams.
They do. I mean, they've been able to watch the film for the last few days, and they just see, you look at it, and then all of a sudden you look at the final score, and you're just like, they probably should be a little bit better record than they should, because their guys are flying around, their guys are playing with a lot of effort. They haven't executed like they would like to, just like we haven't executed in some phases like we would like to. But you can easily tell that they're really more talented and a well-coached team than what you think.
10-game winning streak. Obviously, everybody's comfortable when they play at home, sleep in their own beds and things like that. But what's been the big key of taking care of protecting the Eagles' nest here at O'Kelly-Reddick?
I think the biggest thing right now is our student section. Our student section and our game day atmosphere, which has kind of been created by our marketing department. They've done a really good job of presenting some different things, some different aspects, involving the community to come out to the games. We always have a theme to every game. Our student section and our student affairs department has done a really good job of getting our students on campus to the game on game day. I hope it's another great venture on this Saturday. I think the weather's going to be really good. And those kind of things help motivate. I think we had a DJ at one of the games playing throughout the game. Those kind of things just gives us that winning edge, or that small edge for our players.
It probably helps too if you haven't been home in a few weeks too.
It does. I think the guys are ready to get back here, getting a better routine as far as staying at home and getting used to those types of things.
We have Jacen Murphy here, one of your seniors. So you have very few seniors on offense. Talk about his role this year in leading the offense and receiving.
Well, we've had some challenges at quarterback because we've been rotating some different quarterbacks in the game, and Jason's done a really good job, no matter who's been playing quarterback, finding a way to come in and make plays. He's caught a touchdown pass from Nair Ramadan this year. He's caught one from Chauncey Caldwell this year. So it doesn't matter who comes in and plays the quarterback position. Jacen consistently finds a way to be a playmaker for us. And also, too, just as a team voice on our football team. He's one of our senior leaders as far as not only on offense but the entire team. He's a young person that he's came into our program, transferred from East Carolina. We got him from the junior college, and since the day he came in here, he's been nothing but a positive figure. Not only is his work ethic on the field, but also, too, off the field, just being a team leader and someone that his teammates can lean on and trust.
Speaking of Chauncey, he threw for over 100 yards against Howard. He also ran the ball, second leading rusher. Talk about his progression in his second start.
It's coming along. Week to week, by and by, Chauncey Caldwell has continued to get better and better. Obviously, as coaches, we would like to be a little bit faster, but we're going to take our time and we're going to work with Chauncey. And I think he is one of the future keys to our program, one of the key players in our program having success. He's finding ways to distribute the ball a lot better. He's going through his progression a little bit better. He always has been a good runner, as you can see. But as he continues to grow as a passer, our team and our offense is going to continue to grow and just get better.
Are you and Coach Taylor kind of feeding him more and more each week, or the playbook still kind of limited since he's a freshman?
I think we're going to continue to limit the playbook because he still is 18 years old, a true freshman. But if he learns how to execute things better and better, he's going to just get better and better, whatever we put in front of him.
And Isaiah, obviously he's a redshirt freshman, but first year on the field, he went over the century mark this past week. Along those same lines, talking about his progression through 4 or 5 games.
Really good player. Isaiah Totten right now should have went over 100 yards a long time ago if we wouldn't have been penalty field. But really happy for him and able to go over that 100 yards. I'm hoping this is just the first of many more to come.
Against Howard, Reggie Hunter made 2 spectacular plays. First stopping Newton on the 1, and then running down the running back on the screen play. He came from the middle of the field and body slammed the guy. It's all his effort and just the way he's been leading the team the last couple of games.
Yeah, he's the epitome of what we always talk about, great effort and great discipline and execution. Reggie's making a strong case for himself to be Defensive Player of the Year in the conference, and we're going to continue to, promote him. We're going to continue to, encourage him to be successful on the field. Reggie, works hard during the offseason. He works hard every day at practice. Sometimes he's banged up, has some bumps and bruises, but he still finds a way to get out there and practice, and then he's always ready to go on Saturdays.
As a fan, I'm sure in the game you were thinking about it, but when you went back and watched the film, how impressed were you as a fan with those effort plays he made, though?
I'm always impressed with Reggie, not only just on the game day, also in practice. He's done some things on the football field during the course of fall camp or whether it's spring football that just shows you how far he's come as a player in our program, and the things that he's done for us, on the field and off the field. Words can't express that.
And then another guy, Devontae Reynolds, just seems like he's never going to give up that belt this year. Another 4th straight game with a takeaway. What's been the secret for him just being around the ball and being a ball hawk these last 4 games?
Well, he's a great student of the game. Devontae spends time in the film room, and you can tell Devontae something one time, and he can go out there and execute it. He's a young person that's been playing football in his entire life, probably been playing a lot of different positions, so he has probably a good understanding of not only what's going on defense, but also, too, how offenses are trying to attack the defense. And I think that's probably been one of the keys to him being successful and being in the right position on defense a lot of times. He almost knows where the ball is going before it ever gets there, and that's through film study and through dedication and execution.
So has it got to the point he can finally wear the belt around campus, or he still got to earn it from week to week?
No, we're never wearing the belt around campus.
Hey, Coach, I know we saw last year we had the Eagle support traveling. What kind of comfort did you get with the Eagle fans and the sound machine coming on the road to D.C. this weekend?
It was great. When you looked over there, we had a Friday night dinner with the D.C. alumni chapter. They joined us for dinner on Friday night and gave some encouragement to the team and just let them know that they were with them. Then you go out there doing pregame or you go out there doing the game, and we had, really more fans than Howard during that time. I think the Howard fans end up coming, filtering in the stadium a little bit later. But when our guys look over there, they see the sound machine, they see our cheerleaders, they see all those supporters come all the way 4 or 5 hours away to support them. That just lets them know how important the game is and how important they are to this university.
Senior wide receiver Jacen Murphy now joining us. Eagles coming off a win against Howard. Can you go back and talk about that game a bit for us?
As Coach Mack, preached the whole season, we're going to get guys' best game. We knew that was going to be a game. We were going to have to go in there and play our best game. They gave us, their all. It was all 4 quarters. That's what we've been getting this entire season. Our guys went in there. We believe Coach Mack and everything that Coach Mack's preaching, just go out there and play our best football 4 quarters, and we came out with the win. That was huge.
Eagles scored very quickly in the second half, and you caught the pass that put the Eagles ahead for good, and you had to catch that one in traffic. Talk a bit about that play and what it was like to score that touchdown.
It was a streak read, something that we worked the entire season. Chauncey, Coach Taylor did a great job of seeing the defense and getting the call in there, seeing it. Chauncey did a great job reading and believing in me, and I appreciate that. Just putting the ball on me, making a great throw, putting it in a great spot where only I could get it. And I just went up, made the catch, and wanted to make sure we got the points.
You like you're a little bit more comfortable in the offense this year in your role. Is that from just being here a year and just kind of understanding the system a little bit better, or just being mature, or a leader, or a little bit older?
When I got here, I had to get accustomed to things. I bounced from outside and inside receivers, so that was an adjustment that I had to make. It's my last season, so it's just a different mindset going into week to week. I try to make sure that I take not just each game, but each practice every day, and appreciate it, make the absolute most out of it, and try to instill that into the guys around me to make sure we just get the best going forward.
Speaking of instilling things to the guys around you, like Coach Mack said, you can easily look at Gardner-Webb's 1-4 record and just overlook it. But how are you kind of preaching to the younger guys, or everybody, that it's not a team to be overlooked?
It's easy to say one game is more important than the next, but one thing that Coach Mack says that I take with me every day, each game is the most important game because that's the only one that we have. So, I don't look at any game any different than the next. I plan to go out there and give everything I have each game that we have, and that's something that I tell my guys in the receiver room, not only the receiver room, but just throughout the team. We just got to have that mindset. We got to be hungry each week. We got to give, like Coach Mack said, we're gonna get everybody's best game. So that's just the mindset going forward.
When you watch them on film, do they appear better than that 1-4 record?
Oh, most definitely. They have some really good defensive backs. Their front seven is really good. They do some things up front really well. And like Coach Mack said, they're a lot better than their 1-4 record, and we're definitely going to have to, prepare this week and, just go out there and play our best football.
You've played at the highest level. What do you think is the biggest difference to separate some of the – because like Coach Mack said, you guys haven't had success against the non-conference FCS teams. What do you think is the biggest difference that kind of separates teams at that level or maybe some MEAC schools?
I would say preparation as far as, the guys themselves. I feel like the coaches do a good job, but I don't see much of a difference here at NCCU than I did at East Carolina. I feel like it's the same. Our coaches are great. Our coaches do a great job preparing us each week. We have great relations with our coaches. We go out there and even our strength staff, they do a great job. Preparing us each week. Everybody does a great job, but I feel like throughout the league, I would say that's one of the biggest things. But I feel like that's one of the things that has led to much of our success. Our coaching staff does a great job of preparing us.
And how big is it to make sure you guys protect the nest and keep the home winning streak going?
That's huge for our fans, for our alumni, our players, everybody. Everybody just there's so much school spirit, so much love coming from everywhere. Just when we went up to D.C. to see how many fans we had, the alumni, just everybody that takes pride in Eagle pride. It's huge. It's huge for us to just keep the streak going.
What's the atmosphere like? You can explain it, put into words, playing in O'Kelly with it.
It's live. It's definitely live. If I could use one word, I would say live. Having that DJ at the last home game we had, that was something totally different. I've never experienced anything like that, so that was fun. The crowd, we're right there. We're really close to our fans, and it's kind of personal. They say our names, they know our names. We remember those faces, and I can recall put my hair in a ponytail coming on at halftime because it was getting stuck in my shoulder pads. And one of the fans told me to take it out. It was bad luck, and I took it out, and I ended up scoring the touchdown. The next drive. So, that's definitely it's live. I love O'Kelly really.
I got one question as far as you guys being in the top 25. What does that mean to your teammates for the program and to be representing NCCU on a national stage like that?
We worked all summer. We worked all camp like we were a top 25 team. We felt this way, since day one, since coming off of last season, and that was just our mindset. Period. Just going forward, we want to continue to climb those ranks. But I don't personally tend to look too deep into things like that. Like I said, I just preach the same thing to my guys. To everybody around us. Every game is our most important game. So, if we keep winning, that's huge for our program going forward.
And I asked the coach this too. I wanted to get the players' perspective as far as winning these games close like you are. You guys aren't winning these games in dominating fashion. You guys are having to come through in the clutch in the end. Like, what is that doing for you guys as far as growing your team, growing your chemistry, and just getting you more prepared for the games down the road as they get more important?
As I said, we knew what we were going to get coming in each game. Everybody was going to give us their best game. And like Coach Mack said, it builds character. I feel like the defense buys into what the offense is doing. We rally around each other on the sideline, same for the offense to the defense. And I feel like that builds relationships, not just on the field but off the field. Some of my closest, guys on the team actually play defense, like Reggie Hunter, Ruben Saunders, those guys. It's just competing, and during practice. Those are the things that help us build that character, and that's the way we're able to come out with those wins. We just rally together.
Coach spoke really highly about you and your role on the team. Through your eyes, what's your role on this year's team?
I definitely feel like I'm a leader, not only on the offense but throughout this team, and I take tremendous pride in that. I try to just be an awesome teammate to the offensive guys, the defensive guys, special teams. I talked to Aiden Johnson, every week, texted me last night about the pictures from the game, just small things like that. I feel like things like that, help us, build chemistry, which ultimately leads to wins. My role, I just want to, continue to be the best football player I can be, obviously, but, the best teammate that I can be as well.
Coach also spoke about the trust that your teammates and the coaching staff have in you, being a guy who you didn't spend all 4 years here. You were new to some people. How did you build that trust so quickly?
Well, as I said, I just want to start with being a good teammate before anything, just being a good person, get around those guys outside of football, just be a trustworthy face, just speak to them whenever I see them and be genuine, That's where I started, and I felt, just making plays is obviously an easy way for somebody to trust you, on the football field. So, like I said, each play, I feel like, this is my play. So whether I'm getting the ball or not, I want to be a difference maker, and that trust means a lot to me. So that helps me play better as well.
You said y'all get together outside of football. What are some of your favorite things to do with the guys on the team off the field?
One of my favorite things, honestly, is just hanging with David Miller. It doesn't matter what we're doing. That's one of my favorite guys to be around. That's one of my closest friends. Just joking with him, laughing, just sitting around talking, period. The bus rides. Sometimes we go out to eat. We went to Longhorn, me, Micah Zanders, and David Miller. We went to Frankie's a few times this summer. Just hanging out, period. Is just the laughs. The laughs that's my favorite part of everything.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.